Hello, guys. Welcome back to Jane Say Matters with Roy. It's another beautiful weekend. It's a beautiful day, and I hope you've been enjoying your weekend with your family and your friends wherever you are. Yeah, thank you so much for always tuning in. Thanks for watching my videos. I really appreciate it. God bless you. So last week we started a series on my motherhood journey. Yeah, last week was very interesting. It was impactful, and yes, it was lessons filled. And so today we'll be having another interesting episode with a beautiful mama of a beautiful princess. And I'm sure you don't want to miss any bit of the gist today. Yeah, when I heard a story of this beautiful mom, I was like, wow, this is really God at work. She went in, she saw, and she conquered. She came out victorious. Oh my God, really, our experiences differ. So today, I'm sure you don't want to miss a story. Yeah, if you can see me well, if you can hear me audibly as well, don't hesitate, don't forget to just say hello to me in the comment section. Let me know you checked in. And if you have any question as well regarding our experience, just comment, drop your questions in the comment section, and she'll be answering the questions even in the course of the discussion. Yeah, mothers go through a lot. And for some, it might not be as it might not be the same with others. For some, it might be very easy and smooth, while for some others, it might involve some technicalities, it might have some issues. We all have different experiences. So as a mom to be, or someone who is a mom to be, don't hesitate to share this video, this session with them. Let them also come and learn. At least I'm very sure they're going to learn a thing or two from today's session. Yeah, you know, this motherhood journey, you can't afford to just go in to just start the journey without preparing for it. And you can prepare for this journey through any means. You can read books, you can watch videos, you can even like invite or question other moms about it. Just ask people, ask them how has it been? How was it during your own time? Ask questions about it so you won't be caught unawares. So today, without taking much of our time, join me in welcoming this beautiful mom of a beautiful princess, Mrs. Grace Cheje. Welcome. Thank you very much for joining us on the platform today. Yeah, can you see your face?
Okay.
Always smiling. It's good to have you
Thank
here
you,
with us on
ma'am.
the
Good afternoon.
platform. Good afternoon. Thank you very much. It's good to have you here with us. So,
Can you
without
hear me
wasting,
well?
yes, I can. I can see your beautiful face and I can
Okay.
hear you clearly well.
Okay. Sorry, you have to bear with me. Okay, when I wait, is my face rotated? It's not
Yeah,
straight, right?
yes, it's not straight. Just try to adjust.
Ouch. Okay, I was thinking I could keep the phone somewhere while I speak because
Yeah,
I'm carrying
yeah, I
my
think it's
baby.
okay.
I'll be
Yeah, it's
I'll
okay.
I'll be having my yeah, sorry,
Oh,
I'm trying to see if I could adjust it somehow because I'm making use of an earpiece. So oh,
yeah, you can
I
put the
didn't know. I
phone.
thought I could rotate it.
Yeah, you can put the phone on
I thought
auto
I could.
rotate. You can
Oh,
you can
okay,
put the
okay. It
phone on
would when I
auto
do that,
rotate
right?
and then rotate it.
Okay, let me try and see.
All right.
Hmm. Okay, that's fine.
All right.
Thank you.
Okay.
I can't see myself anymore.
Yeah, I can still see you. Don't worry.
Okay, you can still see me.
Yeah, I can see your face.
Okay, sorry. Let me adjust a little bit. Please, if you should bear with me, oh.
It's okay,
I
no
have a,
problem.
I have,
Yeah.
my baby decided to be clingy and fusy today, so we're doing this together.
It's fine, no problem. We'll be looking at that beautiful face.
Okay.
Yeah, it's okay now.
All right.
Yeah, we can see your face.
Thank you, Ma. Wow, it's a privilege to be here.
Yeah, we really, really appreciate it as well. Okay.
Thank
Yeah, are you okay
you.
now?
Yes, I think I'm
Yeah.
fine.
Yes, you're fine. Ah, okay. Yeah, all right. So without wasting much of our time, yeah, just briefly introduce yourself and tell us any other thing you want us to know about you.
Okay. My name is Mrs. Grace Ocheje. Um, formerly known as Obio. So sometimes I even forget I'm Ocheje and I tell people my name is Grace Obio. So you bear with me. And I'm married to a lovely Igala man. He's from Kogi State. So I know so many people wonder, Ocheje, where is that? Where is that from? So we are Kogi. And what again? I'm a lecturer.
Mm.
I'm a youth enthusiast. I love youth, and I'm someone that's passionate about seeing youth make good career choices and get it
Mm.
right in life. And okay, you already know I'm a mother to this
Ah.
baby here. And what again? Um, I think that's just all for now.
All right. Okay.
Thank you
Thank
very
you very
much.
much for that. Okay. So let's just dive into the discussion right away. Yeah.
Okay.
Briefly share with us what was it like when you discovered you were pregnant?
Wow. Okay. My pregnancy story is quite a funny one because we initially didn't plan having baby immediately got
Mm.
married. So me and my husband we felt that we are on top of our game with our plans and everything. Something came up sometime in January. I had to see a doctor. I came from a journey, so I had to rush to see a doctor for something. As I went to see the doctor, he told me, ma'am, before we do anything or proceed with this discussion, I want you to do a pregnancy test. I said, pregnancy test? I said, no, it's not possible, doctor. I'm fine. I'm not pregnant. I can't be pregnant. But that was the word I used. The man was laughing. He insisted. I said, doctor, I said, I know myself. I said, I'm not pregnant. I can't be pregnant. So after much back and forth, I said, let's just do it for doing sake. We did it. It was a blood test, not even urine test. And hey, it was positive.
Wow.
I said it's not true. I said, look at the line is faint. This thing is not true, it's fake. Maybe the test strip is having an issue or something. So he told me, okay, in 2 weeks' time, you could go and do another test. I accepted. In 2 weeks' time, I went to do another test. The lines were very thick. Reality dawned on me that I was pregnant.
Hmm.
And guess what? I cried for 2 weeks. It
Really?
took me 2 weeks.
Why?
Yes. People do not know this part of me. It took me 2 weeks to accept that I was pregnant.
Wow.
It was because we had some plans. Okay, I had an admission. I was working towards something in China, and I was planning to travel last year. So once the pregnancy came, I knew that this was a no-go area. Nothing was going to happen because when I was going to be due would be when I may be arriving China, and China is not. A lot of things came up, and I knew it was not going to be possible. So that was what pained me. I wanted to settle some things first before a baby came. So after much back and forth, my mom talked to me. Everybody, my friends, and you look at you is a blessing from God. Accept it. You don't know what God has in store, and at that moment, I started working on my side. I started
Mm.
working on my side. I started preparing my mind because I'm someone that is an advocate of I don't rush into things. I do not just prepare physically for things. I try to prepare my mind mentally for whatever adventure I want to take,
Mm.
whatever phase I move into. Like before I got married, I took my time, I prayed, I thought about it, I prepared my mind for it. So I felt that I prepared my mind for it. So I felt I was not mentally stable to have a baby. But after accepting, I I started preparing my mind towards it, and gradually I started accepting. I started becoming happy and excited about the whole thing. I'm like, wow! So I'm going to be carrying a baby and all that. So that's the story of how I got to know that I was pregnant. Thank you.
Wow, that it's a little related to my story, but anyway, let me save that for another day. I can imagine. Yeah, that was really very amazing. I was surprised you cried for 2 weeks. Wow. So when
Mhm.
people get married, this is what they really look forward into. That immediately after marriage, after wedding, the next thing is getting pregnant.
Pregnant.
Well,
Bless
let's
you.
assume that that's the way God actually planned it. That's the way God wanted it, and
Wanted
it
it.
happened. Glory be to God. Somebody shout hallelujah.
Ah.
All right, okay. So then, how was the pregnancy journey? How did it go?
Hey. Wow. Hmm. Pregnancy journey was a roller coaster.
Mm.
Roller coaster, when you start, you're excited at the beginning. When you get to the end, you are screaming, wow! When you come down, it's like, ah. So that's how the pregnancy journey was. It was actually fun filled, challenging, and that's all I can say. I don't know. Am I supposed to go into details in that question?
Um, well,
Do you want me to go into details?
if you want to, if you really will be interested in getting to know how was it like the first trimester, the second trimester, the third trimester, what really
Okay,
happened. For some
okay.
people, actually experiences differ. For some people, the first trimester was really a very hard one, and then getting to the second trimester, it was like they were becoming a pro. And then the third trimester, oh my God, when will this journey end, please? Doctor, please, can you just take this baby and let this baby just pop out? Hello? Hello, are you there? Oh, okay. I think she she had issue with her network. I think she's back. All right, welcome back.
Sorry.
Hello, can you hear me? Hello. Oh, I think she's having issues with her network provider. Yeah, so as I was saying, all right. So as I was saying before, she had issues with her network. Experiences really differs. Actually, some people when they get pregnant, some might actually not even have that great feelings, like the serious feelings of the first trimester. But getting to the second trimester is when they really feel, yes, wow, that's when the heat. That's when they begin to feel the heat. Oh, welcome back.
Hello.
Hello, welcome back.
Yeah, so sorry. A call came into my phone. A call
Oh,
came in, so I didn't know how to handle that. I had to end the
all right. It's okay. No problem. It's part of it.
call. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
All right. So my first trimester was quite blissful. I didn't feel pregnant.
You
I didn't
see?
vomit. I wasn't
Wow.
sick. I
Wow.
didn't even have headache. Nothing. I
Wow.
was just bouncing up and down.
That's wonderful.
Yes, I didn't feel anything. Um. Okay, but towards the end of the first okay, towards the beginning of the first second trimester, I started having some repulsion to some smells, to some kind of soaps were irritating, and what again? Cream, some kind of body cream was irritating. I just needed something mad. I don't want to perceive anything perfume. No, 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 no. What again? Food. I ate almost everything. Okay, I couldn't
Wow.
I couldn't cook chicken, fish. If I was to make stew, my husband had to do that, close the kitchen door and do all that. So I think that was just the unique thing about
Wow.
the second trimester. And then craving, I didn't really crave. any particular food. But there was a time I loved eating banga stew. It's what we call ufafu. Yeah, I
Wow.
loved banga. Sometimes I could come back from work, I'll stop at a joint somewhere and buy banga and eat. I
Wow. I
think that
remember
was
my
the major craving. I didn't really. Mm-hmm.
I think
Can talk.
I remember
I'm
my
listening.
first pregnancy then. For me it was moi moi. Oh my god. Do you know moi moi in Yoruba?
Oh,
I really, really, oh my god, I was
Eko.
always looking for this moi moi boy in my area. I really
Are
ate
you
moi moi a
serious?
lot. Ah.
In fact, these things came with. Okay, I think just it was just that banga. And the funny thing is that if I cook it, I won't eat it. So there was a time when I felt the banga people had eaten a lot of my money. Like, I now had to call my sister one day that she should come. In fact, I was vexing for her. I was shouting on her, just to come and cook banga stew for me to
Imagine.
eat. So that was just the only thing I craved for. And then I was intentional with my folic acid. Was I intentional? I'm sorry. It was intentional. I was trying because I don't like drugs. So I was trying. My husband would be on my neck, my mom would be on my neck. Take the drug, take it, swallow it. I told them I was eating good fruits and vegetables. All the vegetables that could give folic or food that could give all those nutrients. I was feeding myself with it. I said, I'm taking the food. Forget about the drugs. They didn't care. So I was intentional with that. So I felt well every day. There's no day that pastor me taking fruits. Then within the week, at least 3 times in a week, I take vegetable sauce, vegetable meal. So I was very intentional with my feeding. And then, okay, towards the second trimester, at the 5th month, middle of second trimester, now at the 5th month, suddenly I started having pains one day. It just started like that. My stomach. I've been complaining of the stomach pain all along, but we didn't take it
Mm.
serious. But my right side, I felt maybe it's part of the things that come with pregnancy, till particular day when I was sleeping there over the night, it still kept disturbing me throughout the night. We didn't
Wow.
understand. That Sunday, my husband was supposed to go. I told him I couldn't go. I stepped into the bathroom. Like I told you, I don't vomit. I started
Mm.
vomiting. I started stooling. The minute I stood up from the toilet, I felt like I was going to faint.
Oh my
I
god.
called, I reached out to one of my friends. She told me, what are you saying? Are you sure you not go to hospital? And now there was one female support group, So I complained on the group. I said, Mama, pray for me. This is somebody just shouted me up and said, pack your things and get to the hospital immediately. If you're pregnant, go to the hospital. So out of fear and all that, my friend, before I could say Jax was at my gate already with her husband,
Wow.
they picked me to the hospital, and I was very weak. As we got to the hospital, the doctor saw me, just my examination within 5-10 minutes. They told me you have appendicitis. I said, append what? From where?
Oh my
Ah,
god. And
no,
then
the man
at
told me we're going
during the
to
second
manage it.
semester,
Mhm.
so
Trimester, yes,
so
fifth month.
second trimester. Mm.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
So the doctor told me we can manage it conservatively with antibiotics. We place you antibiotics for 24 hours, then we'll place you on tablets for 1 week, and then we believe it to be controlled. Then, if it's not controlled, we would have to open up and bring it up. The moment I had surgery, I broke down, I wept in the hospital. People were like, what
Mm.
is making you cry? I wept that
Mm.
day. I will not forget that day. That was
Mm.
April 26th or thereabouts. So, I everything continued. They went for the treatment. After 1 week, the pain intensified. So
Mm.
we started looking for another alternative to open up to surgeries, like to opening up. We learned of something called laparoscopy, and I asked my husband, let's go for laparoscopy. If this could be done with laparoscopy, we started going around the city where we live, looking for people that do laparoscopy. Then we would not even care about the cost. We're like, whatever is going to cost, we're going to see how to fit this bill to do this thing, so to
Mm.
avoid surgery. So we searched and searched, we didn't see. The place we saw, they said they don't do laparoscopy for appendectomy. That it was just it's not like it's a minor surgery, but the surgery is so small for laparoscopy that we're going to spend so much for laparoscopy that we should
Mm.
just go and open it. My husband said no. We started going around visiting some big hospitals before recommending to us. So one of the doctors we met, the old man looked at me and said, see this situation, it is something that should be done now and tomorrow.
Mm.
I said, wow. I went back home that day. I knelt down. by the bed. I prayed, I cried to God alone. I was like,
Mm,
God, what is going on? Don't you answer prayers? We've been praying about this thing
mm,
for 1 week now. Don't you answer prayers again? Can't you
mm,
heal me of this? Can't you dry it up? Is there, I thought you said there's nothing you can do.
mm,
I asked God, why? Why? So that day I stumbled on John chapter 11, and
mm,
I read the story of Jesus and Lazarus. The story when Mary met Jesus. Mary told Jesus something. He said she knelt at his feet and she wept. She told Jesus, Master, if you were here, my brother wouldn't have died.
mm,
If you understand, that was what Mary told Jesus. And Jesus said something. Jesus said that it is for the glory of God, for God to be glorified.
mm,
Immediately I read that word, that was where my mind, my eyes got opened. I got the instruction. That thing told me, Grace, this thing is for God to be glorified. Jesus is going to be glorified at the end of the day.
mm.
I said, wow.
Amen.
Hmm. I said, it's okay. Let's see how it goes. That day I went to work. On my way to work, my husband called me that I should come. But there's a doctor he met somewhere there, one of our teaching hospital here, that he wanted to see me urgently. Can you hear me clearly?
Yes, yes.
That he wanted to see me urgently. I was like, okay, I'm coming. I was on my work clothes with my bag. As
Mm,
I got there, the man looked at me, examined me, and said, we're booking you for surgery. I said, Doctor, what are you saying? I need to get mentally prepared. Allow me, let me
oh
go home
my
and prepare for
God.
this. I'm not saying I will not do it. Let me prepare. He said, before you came into this place, I had already booked you for surgery. Do you understand what that means? What that means is that by this time tomorrow, you should be done with the surgery.
Oh
Ah,
my
it was
God.
like movie. I couldn't believe it. That was the journey. That was 5th of May. I accepted, too painful, and I was fine. I said, okay, just surgery, just remove the stuff, and everybody will be fine. I'll have
Mm,
my peace. So that was how I took it. I didn't know that was going to be the beginning of the journey.
mm,
So that day, the next day, I went into the theater, May 6th, for the surgery. After the surgery, 24 hours to the surgery, you're not supposed to take water, and I was pregnant, remember?
mm,
So I wasn't taking anything. I was only on IV fluid. At some point, I started becoming tired. They said, hold on, you have to fart before you allowed to take water and all that.
I
You
can
know, you know
imagine.
how these things work. hmm So waited and waited. Day two, day three, nothing was going on. And I was told ambulate, ambulate. You know what it means now. Like I should walk around, that come out, walk around. Maybe if I walk around, I'll be able to pass gas, and then I can start eating. Man, I was drying up. You need to see how I was begging for water. You know the way Lazarus begged for water. That was how I begged for water.
Mm,
The rich man, sorry, not Lazarus. That please, if you can just a drop, I beg. Nobody gave me
see.
water. I was dry
Mm,
at the point. I was almost dying. My eyes started changing color. My spit, everything dried up. When
mm,
they noticed something was wrong, my husband, they had to ask, and they're lucky enough there was a doctor at this theater that prescribed one fluid that cost some fortune.
mm,
That they brought it, they fixed it. That was how I was revived that night.
mm.
Still, each time I tried to walk, I was in excruciating pain. They were
Oh
like,
my
why should
God.
I be in such pain? That is not, it's not normal. That I should have recovered
Mm,
a little bit now. So the next day, or after on the fourth day, the surgeon, the consultant that did the surgery came around and he complained of the same thing to him. He looked at it and he was like, no, 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 this pain is not normal. Something must be wrong. That I was going to go for um, a test somewhere. That I should go for scan.
mm.
So we accepted. And immediately he left. Immediately he left. I noticed fluid was coming out from the surgery site. Ah,
Blood of
just I was
Jesus.
almost going into panic attack. I was like, what is going on? Where is the pulse coming from? We were still dilly dallying. Went for the what do you call it? Went for the test. They
Mm,
opened up the place. They took this what do you call it, swab. Did the test. We're still waiting for the result the next day. While waiting for the results, I was just on the bed deadline. The next thing we saw was boom, thing busted out again. Everywhere filled. So I was no longer dripping water. The bed was soaked with water everywhere. I started shivering. I was screaming. I was screaming. I called on God. I said, God, have you forgotten me? God, what's going on? It was. I remember it and I still feel like crying, but I thank God. So immediately I was booked for emergency surgery. I was taken back to the theater. They opened up the place again, opened up, used the stitches, opened up the place, and of course they had to anesthetize me like they did the first time. That's total anesthetics, and I went off. They did the second surgery, and by
Hmm.
God's grace, it was successful. I came out for
God.
24 hours.
Hmm.
I didn't know that my stomach was open. Like the place where the surgery was done was left open. The cut was massive. I didn't know until I was told that this wound is going to be dressed every day until the this thing heals, until it drains. Wow. I was like, doctor, so you mean my stomach is open as you're talking to me? Just plasters covered everywhere? He
With the
said,
baby
yes. I said,
inside.
wow.
Ha.
With a baby inside. Yeah. Hmm. Okay, so that was one part of it. I said it's all right. Secondly, the surgeons came and they, from the result of the swab test, came and all that. He said, "Oh, the antibiotics she has been on, her body is resistant to all of them, and her body is sensitive to just this particular one." And they called the gynecology unit that were managing me because I was still in their unit then after the surgery. They said, "Oh, no, 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 we can't give her this other antibiotics that you're trying to suggest now. It's not safe. Wow, she's pregnant."
Hmm.
So the back, I was just watching them. They were doing back and forth arguments in front of me. Hey, say no, no, we can't give her this one. I say, what do we do? Like that. After much talk, the surgery unit won and said, right now, this is the person we're seeing, and we have to save her life first. Her life is more important than the baby or whatever you're talking about. So let's just pray. You can imagine when doctors tell you, let us pray and hope
Hmm.
things get everything is fine. So it was then I knew that this was going to be a God affair. It was no longer in our hands anymore.
Hmm.
In fact, at some point, the plasters they put in my stomach covered everywhere where they could check for the fetal heartbeat. So for some days they were not even checking the fetal heartbeat. They couldn't even get anything. But nobody was knowing what was going on with the baby. My mom was worried. Everybody else was worried. But I was just calm. I was just calm. I said, well, God that has started this is going to complete it because
Man.
I know He's a faithful God.
Hmm.
That was one thing that kept me throughout the period of staying in the hospital. I stayed in the hospital for 3 weeks or a month, sorry. The wound was open for 2 weeks, and so when they saw that the place had started healing up and it was ready to close. The question was now like, how are we going to close this? The wound was wide apart, as wide as this. I don't know how to explain it. It was so wide apart, the space between the wound. People are looking at it. How would they draw the stomach together? How would they close it? What would happen? Blah blah blah. I said, so whatever is going to be, what I know is that God is going to use the doctor and he's going to make the best decision.
Hmm.
And we went back to theater on the 27th of May, and the wound was closed up again. So I had to stay in the hospital because pains were excruciating. The story is a long one. I know I'll miss out on some things, but
Hmm.
it was closed up. Within those period of being in the hospital, I suffered constipation, extreme constipation that I was taking laxatives, the ones that they insert in. I was taking the ones that I was supposed to I drink. I was feeding on pus, that's vegetables. I was feeding on pawpaw fruit, name it, but still the constipation wasn't relieved. I was I was in pain. Every time I feel pressed, it was a nightmare. It was horror. You know, ah, hmm. I
Hmm.
thank God anyway that
Wow.
we got through that phase. So each time the wound was open, so each time I tried to pull, the, the pain of the constipation plus the pain of the surgery side that was open, everywhere was strained. I'll be sweating, I'll be crying, you know, all those times. I battled, I fought death on that hospital bed. At the point I was moved to the surgery unit, and then one of the nights I had a very terrifying dream. I'm not someone that dream like that often or remember my dreams. But that night I dreamt and I knew I was to be used for something terrible in that dream. And
Mm.
immediately I said something to the person. I was flung from somewhere that this one is not somebody that we need, something like that. And there was some horrible experience I had. I remember speaking in tongues. I prayed from dream to life. Just prayed out. My mom, when my mom came around those days, she jumped up. She said, "What is going on? What is going on?" I just smiled and told her, "See what happened, but I think we have the victory." So I
Amen.
battled a lot. It was a battle. It was a battle. But I thank God that um I didn't lose my joy. There were pains. My happiness often at so many times was eluded. But there was this joy inside of me, and there was this peace I felt that God was in charge, that He is faithful, that even in my unfaithfulness, that even if the baby decides to go, He'll still be faithful. It doesn't change who He is. It doesn't change the fact that He's still God. It doesn't change the fact that He's still good. That was what kept me. So at each point in time, when people come around, they were like, "This girl, are you in pain at all? 1 minute I'm crying, 1 minute I'm smiling."
Mm.
It was not very easy, but I think it came from the place of a settled mind, and I had so much encouragement from people. So much prayers were going on my head, so much support. People were coming. So the more I see people, the more people talk to me, and then plus the faith within. I was able to pull through the phase of that hospital experience, and I came back and started recovering. And I thank God, started recovering through the pains and everything. I was being carried for like a month until I was back on my feet
Mm.
with the baby still in
Mm.
there. After a while, the baby still started making movements and and all that.
Mm.
And I thank God. Then my
Mm.
husband too was a very huge support throughout the journey because he needed a lot of prayers. He was always there. He was running up and down. He had to pause his job for like a month just to
Mm.
make sure that I was fine. Because I didn't have any family friends or family around me where I was. So he was everything I had then. He would pray in the night. My husband would be in pain, with prayers. We prayed together too. And then when I came back and I had recovered, we started telling God. In fact, from the beginning of the pregnancy, when I knew I was pregnant, we are very specific with what we told God about the baby. So we want God, we used to say, tell God, we want a perfect child. We want an exceptional child. We want a
Mm.
beautiful child. We want a healthy child. We want
Mm.
the pregnancy journey to be a blissful one. I don't want labor to be long. I read this book, Supernatural Childbirth, and it really helped my mind, and it made me understand that I could speak whatever I wanted about the pregnancy, about the journey, however I want things to be. I could speak it into existence. So I started speaking. I told God, my labor is not going to last more than so number of hours. I know I've heard a lot that first time moms, the labor for 24 hours, 2 days. God, I'm not going to experience any of such. I spoke a lot of things for myself. When I go to hospital, whenever I go for antenatal, different doctors see when they open my stomach, they shout, "Jesus, what's going? Can you bet this baby? This
Mm.
sky is too much. This." People were afraid, but I was just in a place of calmness. I was like, God, when the time for birthing comes, I've told you I want to birth myself. But when the time for delivery comes, if it's going to be a CS, I'll be fine with it. If it's going to be normal delivery, I'll be fine with it. But I do not want to go through a CS because I've been in the theater 3 times. The trauma. Each time I see them rolling that theater bed, I feel traumatized. You see me jerking somewhere, somehow, because I've been there 3 times. So I didn't want to have that experience within a short while again. So I told God, I don't think I want to go through that experience. I think I want to bet my baby myself. In as much as
Mm.
I was cool with the CS too, it had to be, but I was secretly, I was telling God exactly what I wanted. So, time for delivery came and passed. Baby didn't budge. She was just there. She didn't want to come out. She overstayed though.
Wow.
At the
I was
point
about
they told
asking
me they
you
were going
because
to
that's just the
induce
next
me.
question. I was about asking you that. So,
Yes.
how was the labor experience like? But
Okay.
you can go
Okay.
ahead.
Okay. The baby refused to budge at 40 weeks. But I was not thinking she
She
come
was
at
still
39
enjoying
weeks.
her
From
stay.
37 to 38 weeks, I was having Braxton Hicks. So I felt, oh, these contractions are coming and the baby is going to come. Everybody was ready to receive the baby because they said this baby is going to be a miracle child.
Miracle
In the
child.
hospital, they
Hmm.
all knew me.
Hmm.
Everybody was waiting. What to see? What does she look like? Who is he? A guy? What does this child look like? 39 weeks passed, baby didn't move.
Oh
40
my
weeks,
god.
41 weeks.
Wow.
My doctor said, we have to induce you, ma'am. I said,
Hmm.
fine. The day of the induction, I carried my bag. I walked myself to the hospital. I told them, I've come. Oh, yeah, let us start.
You see, you're
I
such
was
a
still looking at me. Are
strong
you
woman.
pregnant? Are you sure? Yeah. I said, ha. Do I come to play? So they put the first drug. So I was sleeping. Doctor came. Nothing happened. I look at the woman beside me. She had already started active labor phase. I was like, hey, what are you doing here? They put the second one. It was almost expiring. Nothing.
Wow.
The doctor on duty told him, madam, you have to try this thing and this second one. I'm not going to go the third time. If it doesn't go, I hope your husband is prepared. We are going to for theater. Blah blah blah. I don't think you can bear this child.
Hmm.
I was on my own. I was still confessing positively and saying the normal things I've been telling God about the delivery and all that. So just 2 hours to the expiration of the time, the labor started intensely.
Hallelujah.
So from that 10 a.m., the labor started, the contraction started. It didn't stop. So just coming and going, coming. It didn't stop until 6:25 p.m. when I had my baby. Okay, now one thing that happened during the delivery. What's happened during the delivery? Like I said, um I prepare my mind for things. So I prepared my mind for this process for the time of delivery. And I hear a lot of things. Women talk a lot of things. A lot of drama happens. This one happens. That one happens. I told myself, I feed myself. I fed myself with the word of God. So I made sure because it's what you feed yourself with that you will likely find yourself saying within those periods. I have died though. I'm in pain though. My mother. I said to myself, whoa, you will not hear any of those things from me by God's grace. It was not of my own accord. But I know women, we plan a lot, but when we get in there, the pain could be overwhelming. The only thing I did was I was only breathing, doing the breathing exercise. I think mothers here know the breathing exercise. Let me not do it for the sake of others. So that was the only thing I did throughout those 8 hours. I wasn't talking. If I could talk, I would just shout, God help me, help me. The nurses, my mom, they tell me God is going to help. That was the only thing I said. I didn't say
Hmm.
a word until I had my baby. And God helped
Hallelujah.
me to stay positive
Hmm.
throughout the process and throughout
Hmm.
the delivery time. Yes.
Wow. 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 So many lessons to learn from your experience. Okay. Let's save the lessons. Let's save the lessons. Later we'll talk about that. So now, before we bring the session to a close, what will be your advice, your words for new moms, intending moms, and other young moms out there?
Okay. Hmm. I think a lot. Um, excuse me. A lot of lessons I may have been
Or
drawn
or
from my
before then,
story.
or
Um.
before then,
Okay.
how when you had a baby, how was it like to be a new mom?
Hmm. So it's exciting, because
Hmm.
you want to see your baby. You want to from time to time you want to go and look at her face. So this is what I've been carrying for 9 months. So you've been in my belly, all those things.
Hmm.
There were other experiences that followed. The phase of breastfeeding for the first time, the pains. I don't want to think about it. It was almost as painful as labor pain. Breastfeeding. That those
Hmm.
first few times, though it is, it was very painful. And then the baby is hungry, and you as a mother, you also want to satisfy your child.
And you're hungry as
So
well.
um you're also hungry and you just want to do things well, like you just want to be a good mother, you want to take care of yourself, you also want to take care of the baby at the
Hmm.
same time. So well, and then I had some little experiences after that. Hmm. I had some little experiences that I may not want to make public yet
Mm.
after that. And then generally, it was exciting and exhausting.
All right.
The phase of waking up every night, every 2 hours to breastfeed. They did not tell us that part very well. They didn't explain to me that sometimes you'll be very tired to stand up,
And sleepy
but you just have to, and
with
sleepy,
heavy
and you're
eyes.
yes, and you're breastfeeding throughout the day. Everybody will be sleeping at night. You will
Mm.
still be waking up. You still breastfeed. This baby is crying. What do you do? No, who will attend to her? So actually, like I said, it's something that I know that was going to happen. So I don't complain. I told myself, Grace, by God's grace, you should never be caught complaining. This child came is a gift from God, and you
And
don't
it's a
complain when you
miracle
have a gift
child.
from God. Yes.
Mm.
So there are times when you feel very tired, you want to vent, you want to, and if you're not careful, you vent on the poor baby, the innocent child. So when she's crying or when she's fusing or when she was having colic or something, you want to, what is it?
Mm.
All those things. But this time I want to vent. I look at her, I'll just smile. I say, I love you. You'll be
Mm.
fine. This one, I'll just find a way to ease myself of that tension. That's just how I've been coping. It's not been
Mm.
easy, but I've just found a way to stay positive through it all.
Mm. All right, that's really
Yes.
very interesting. Well, that's how we roll. All right, okay. So,
Mm.
your advice, your words for new moms, intending moms, moms to be out there.
Hmm. Okay. My advice. What advice? Me that is just starting. I'm still
Yeah,
seeking for advice. So
from your own, like, okay, let me start.
experience.
For example, from your testimony now, I would like to advise your moms to be, ladies who are planning to become a mom, and even pregnant moms. From Mrs. Grace's experience, from her testimony, you see that yes, you cannot uh, ignore or underrate the place of prayers. You know what caught my attention? She said, "It is what you eat, it is what you feed yourself on that comes out of you." Like, she was busy confessing the word of God, and then she was also feeding herself with God's word. And she refused to start saying, my head, oh, my mom, oh, this. But she was confessing God's words. And then the emotional aspects for people, for ladies who are preparing to get married. Marriage is not it's not a child's play. You must be ready emotionally, you must be ready physically,
Yes.
your body must be ready that yes, this is what I'm going
Ready.
for, I'm fully ready to do this. Like, even pregnancy journey on its own, you must be ready for it. There are times you don't want to do some things, but your body will just force you to do it, and you have no choice.
Yes. Yes.
You are
And you have
pregnant,
to.
you have a baby, you're carrying a baby within you, and then you're having metallic taste. There's nothing you can do about it. You feel like vomiting, there's nothing you can do about it. Oh,
There's nothing at all.
yeah, that is it. You're having cravings. Why is this happening to me? Why? Of course, my sister, that is what you have signed for.
It's part
So
of it.
it's part of it. It's a total package. So just get ready for
Okay.
it.
Yes.
Prepare for it
Mm-hmm.
emotionally, physically, prayerfully.
Yes.
Honestly, you cannot walk
Mm-hmm.
this journey by yourself. You need
So
God
at
on
all.
this journey, because you
Mm-hmm.
sometimes you just get tired. And anytime you are tired, always remember that yes, there are some people out there trusting God for these gifts.
For
And that is
it
the more that
exactly.
is the more reason why
I
you can't
got
even
to.
complain.
I got to appreciate a baby more when I saw what people pass through. Some people lose their child. Some people go through this and they don't come out alive. A lot of stories. So I got to appreciate God more. I said, God, wow, may I never be ungrateful. Do you understand? So, and then I go to
Exactly.
appreciate what it truly means to say people are looking for a child. I say, wow, so this is the joy, this is the feeling these people are missing.
Mm,
So whenever I'm praying for people that need a baby, there's this, the way you pray is different. Like the passion, everything is
exactly.
just different from
And
before. Yeah.
anytime you have a request to pray for a woman in labor or a woman in the theater, you know how
Hmm.
to pray well.
Yes, because you know that, oh, it's not a funny experience.
Yeah. When,
And
when
then, oh my darling, sorry,
when
sorry,
you see a woman
sorry, my baby,
who
sorry,
just
sorry, sorry,
oh
sorry.
sorry
Okay,
sorry
so as okay, let me
it's a
round up
session.
with the lessons.
All
Some of the
right.
lessons I've learned is I tell people, do not do this in isolation. Yes, you need God, you need support, you need friends, you need human support. Ask questions. That's one thing that helped me at each stage, at each point. I kept asking questions. I'll say, how do I
Mm,
do this? How do I go about this? How do I go about this? I didn't just do things on my own to avoid. There's some mistakes that could be avoided if you ask
mm.
questions. But if you just want to do in secrecy, I just want to everybody know I've given birth. Yeah, okay. You'll be fine by yourself, but have a good support system. Very important. Have a good support. Not, it's not like you come and announce to the whole world. Yeah, but at least have a good support system. And then, like I said, you've emphasized that feed your mind. Whatever you feed your mind is what you're going to see. There is no magic about it. Feed your mind. Read the word, read good books, stay positive, shun negativity. People tell you, this one happened to this person, this one had like this. You say, For me, it won't be
My
like that
case is
though.
different.
My case is going to be different. That was what I kept saying. When people say this one happened, that one happened. My baby was 3.4. People predicted you like this. Are you sure you can bear this baby? Are you sure this one? Once as you're saying it there, I'm canceling it immediately. You
Mm,
know, I was just being very positive about it. And then everything was also a function of God's mercy. Have good relationship with God. It really help. Yeah, it really helps you at at each point in time. A good relationship with your father is always comes to play. And then eat well. Something happened when after the surgery, one of the times I came for antenatal, when I resumed antenatal after the surgeries, the doctor asked me something. Have you taken blood? How many pints of blood have you taken so far? I told him I've not taken any blood though. Even till I gave birth, my blood was still almost 30 something. Like how? How? I told them, one, God. Two, I was intentional with the whole blood tonic, vegetables, and all those and all that. So eat
mm.
eat vegetables. Try to build your blood,
Immune
and
system.
try the ones that could allow you to eat. Please feed well, eat healthy. And then I don't know. Then for those that are waiting, God is going to give it to you. Sometimes it's even when you do not expect. Like I told you, I wasn't even expecting. It's when you do not expect. But if you put your mind and you're worried every time, it may not come. But when you just relax, pray, and then keep confessing it. By the end of this year, I'll carry my baby. This one, you just stay positive. Stay positive. I'm not just talking about it when it comes to pregnancy or childbirth alone. I'm just starting. But I'm saying it as it applies to other areas of my life. Every other thing I've asked God for that I've been positive about, that's how God does it for me because I keep confessing, I keep saying it. And somehow it works. So let's stay positive. And then for those that are expecting mothers, I'm sure you've learned one or two things. You've been through this process. I pray that God is going to help you. God is going to see you through the labor process. Everything is going to go fine. Whatever way you're going to give birth, CS, normal delivery, you'll be fine and your baby will be fine. And then one
Amen.
more thing appeal I want to make is to our fathers, our men, the guys watching this support. I read a lot about postpartum depression before I put to bed, and I saw one of the major reasons for postpartum depression is lack of adequate support, emotional, physical, however you want to put it. Yes, that is what makes most women to get into postpartum depression. And I would say that by God's grace, my husband really was really there for me. I had the support of my husband, my mother, I had support of people around. And yes, God helped me too because I was aware of it. I wasn't ignorant. So when some things come and it looks like this is it, I try to speak up. This is how I feel. I feel bad. I feel empty. I feel like I'm not making progress. I feel this. By the time I say it, and then my husband, knowing what postpartum depression was, he knew that okay, this could be baby blues that was coming, that could lead to PPD. He will now know what to tell you. It's not like that now. Or he will see how to help you. He will wake up to carry the baby. He will be there for you. Like, those things really helped too. So our brothers, our men, our husbands, please read up. When your wife is pregnant, you're also pregnant. Read about every phase. Read about every stage. This is what you expect at this level. Don't just leave her everything for her. When the baby comes, try to support. Yeah, you go to work from morning till night. You could bring somebody to be there for her. You could call her regularly. You could check on her. There are many ways you could show love and show care to your wife that could really help, alleviate some of the stress and pains that we mothers go through. I pray that for all mothers that are expecting, God is going to meet you. God is going to bless your womb, and you're going to testify before the end of this year in Jesus' name.
Amen. Thank you very much, Mrs. Grace.
Amen.
Thank you so much. There is a question from uh Mrs. Ify, but I don't really understand the question. The question says, which thing will your body not okay. I guess I guess maybe she was referring to me when I said I was craving for moi moi then. But then, Mrs. Ify, if you're still online, please can you talk more about your question? Please teach me. You said, which thing will your body not want? Please teach me. All right. Okay. Thank you very much, Mrs. Grace. Ocheje, God bless you. We really appreciate your time and the testimony you shared with us today on the platform. God bless you. And I pray that as many people will be watching this video, lives will be blessed through it. And as many as
Amen.
are also wishing for and are praying for the gift of the fruit of the womb, that the Lord will provide for them in as soon as possible in the mighty name of Jesus. To all our viewers out there,
Amen.
if you really enjoy this video, and which I'm sure you will, kindly share it with other people out there, and let me know you checked in by saying, dropping your comments, whatever you feel about the video. Let me know you checked in. I'll really appreciate. Also, don't forget to give it a thumbs up so that YouTube will be able to share it with more viewers out there who need to see this video. So till I come your way again, it's still Jinsei Matters with Roy. Thank you very much, Mrs. Grace. God bless you.
Amen. I'm
My kisses and
blessed
hugs to
too,
the beautiful
ma.
princess. Bye
All right.
bye.
Bye bye. So
Bye
bye bye. She wants
bye.
to sleep. All right. Bye
I see.
bye.
Thank
Thank
you.
you
Bye
for having
bye.
me. I
Thank you
appreciate.
so much.
All right. Oh.